Hello, I'm Elena Zamagni. I'm working as a hematologist at the Bologna University School of Medicine in Italy. So this year at ASH, I presented the data regarding minimal residual disease evaluation by imaging within the fourth trial dedicated to newly diagnosed transplant-eligible multiple myeloma patients. So I think this was very important because we were able to validate our previous definition of complete metabolic response that is already published in this independent prospective series of newly diagnosed transplant eligible patients. So the study was an imaging sub-study previewed in this randomized trial dedicated to the frontline treatment of newly diagnosed patients. And the patients were serially studied by FDG PET-CT at baseline, after induction therapy, and prior the start of maintenance. So we were able to analyze 180 patients. In this imaging sub-study, we applied the Deauville criteria and the definition of complete metabolic response that came out from our previous analysis, and that identified the liver as the threshold background to define a complete metabolic response, yes or not. Also, the patients were serially studied by bone marrow techniques, in particular flow cytometry and next generation sequencing. So we could also compare the different methods of minimal residual disease evaluation. So what came out was that, first of all, the criteria were reproducible. So this is very important, to my opinion, that we were able to reproduce the validity of these criteria in an independent series of patients. And they also turned out to be prognostic. So the achievement of complete metabolic response favorably influenced both progression-free survival and overall survival. The second important point is that the imaging detection of minimal residual disease turned out to be complementary to the bone marrow evaluation, in particular flow cytometry. So patients that after treatment achieved negativity by both the techniques had a significantly improved progression-free and overall survival when compared to patients that were either positive or both positive for the two techniques. The prognostic relevance of minimal residual disease detected by imaging retained its significance also in multivariate analysis. Summarizing, I think that this study was important because it is an independent study confirming what came out before, and also demonstrating the importance of standardization of minimal residual disease techniques in the bone marrow and outside the bone marrow. And it also confirmed the complementarity between bone marrow techniques and imaging techniques.